All right, Hero Comics here. Next episode of Hero Comics. Hate mail. Transgender hate mail. Homosexual hate mail. Atheist hate mail. Basically, me. Yeah, well, it's it's a it's a thing. Me hating on a bunch, not hating on, reacting to a bunch of comments, screen caps of comments I got from YouTube and DeviantArt usually that are comments that were made in response to comments I made against these deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning. Let's continue on with this stuff right now. All right. Chip Flake, back to the Chip Flake. Chip Flake said, video saying, coming out as trans. And I say, you want to be a man, but there's no need for that. You are you, and you have a female body. Mm-hmm. And someone says, Hero Comics, how does being trans hurt anyone? And I say, lying about your biological sex is a bad way to go through life. It makes you like lies and hate truth. And someone says, Oh, Chip Flake herself says, "Hi everyone, I apologize for some of the artwork slash editing against videos. Some of the artwork I was editing in this video, I feel a bit, feel a bit lacking compared. That's all the comment is. All there is for a comment. Continue on. Yeah, someone says, "Here I go, shut up." I'm like, no. And I say, no, she must know the truth. I say, continue on. Back to my best friend kept a huge secret from me stuff. Story was a story where a girl from Smorth Ovaries talks about, named Rose, who's 12 years old, talks about how when she was in, was 12 years old, she was, first day of school, of middle school, made a friend, and ran into someone, and made a friend with someone who she thought was a girl, around the same age as her, she is. It turns out he's a boy, with testicles, who's dressed up like a girl, says she's a girl, Liza says he's a girl, and he was freaking out because he was figuring out at one of their sleepovers because he was thinking that she'd find out that he was a boy and lying that he's a girl and that she would not be able to be his friend anymore, and she started saying some good stuff like, what's wrong with, I was like basically saying, hey, I don't care if he's a boy or a girl, it's my friend, I want to be his friend, I still want to be a friend, but then she's saying stuff like, what's wrong with him dressing up like a girl, looking like a girl? I'm like, saying he's a girl. I'm like, I had to say that's lies. And of course, I get led to all kinds of responses here. So let's continue on here. Someone said, Jane looked like any other girl. Looked like any other girl. She looked like a girl, sounded like a girl, and act like a girl. That's because, read more. This person is going to say, she is a girl. Like, no, she's not. And then someone says, hey, what comics? Oh, honey, put your science fiction book you call the Bible back. Looks like you become too mixed up with your fantasies. And I say, says someone supporting the transgender lifestyle. That stuff is built on fantasy. It is. Yes. And you don't acknowledge, people don't acknowledge the fantasy. Acknowledge that fantasy. Just basically like, use my pronouns that I want you to use, not the ones that actually talk about what I am. You don't look in the mirror. So I don't see myself in what I like in the mirror. I gotta change all this to match my fantasy. I'm like that. Don't do it to that. It's terrible. Continue on. Someone says, "Oh, yeah, well, it's too. A needy disorder is not easy to overcome." Says somebody. I was like, "Stop using explanation voice. Never use effing sentence. I don't cuss like I read that word." I say, "See, an eating disorder is not easy to overcome, but it is possible. Just like this for you." Also, exclamation marks are good for talking about important things like this. And someone says, "Hero Comics, please shut up. It isn't fake. It's real." And I say, "If it's real, then why was he freaking out about her finding out that he's not a girl?" I got two. Girl. Someone says, "Yeah, I am now," says somebody. Someone says, "F off, would you?" To somebody else. So he says, "Wow, you're so terribly inconsiderate." I say, "No, he was afraid she would hate on him because he was lying about what biological sex he is, when he should have just never dressed like that." Someone says, "Hero Comics, for last time, they are a girl." No, he's a boy. Someone says, I say to that person, how? Use more testicles. Those are male reproductive organs. This is the issue with me. They're trying to mess around and say, no, they're not male. Ignore the science that says they're male. The actually ironclad science that says they're male, that they're used for everything else, all other creatures on this planet. Ignore that. Okay? They're reproductive organs. Just straight up. Reproductive organs, they don't have a gender. Somebody, I'm like, yeah, they have biological sex though. So bad. You want? Yeah. Back to Chip Flake. Someone says, my father died because of ligma. It's just some hero guys. My father died because of ligma. I say, well, sorry to hear that, but who cares? Not who cares, but what does that have to do with the talk? I don't know. Next. Someone else said, well, I say, no, he was afraid she would hate him because he was lying about what biological he is. But you should never dress like that. Someone else, last time, they are a girl. No, he's a boy. And I say, how? He's born with testicles, those are male reproductive organs. And then this person says, this is her identity. Respect it, or her fantasy. His fantasy. Respect it. I say, I will never respect the lies. I say, instead of saying that he is a girl, he should say he likes different things in other boys. That would be the truth. You know? Continue on. It is not a lie, the truth. She is a girl, though he's a boy. Yeah. And I say, because he says he is, that doesn't work. You know. Then the person says, times have changed, man. Hormone therapy, puberty blockers, etc. Poison, mutilation. Mutilating surgery. Lies. Basically. Times have changed. It's more widespread now. Not still wrong. More widespread. And I say, yes, new ways to lie about your biological sex have been created. It's still lying, though. Sorry. Come at me with that stuff. Someone else says, wait. Back. Someone else says, Hero Comics, did you know nothing? No, I said Hero Comics, but probably for me. Did you know nothing from this comment? He literally said it's not about how he dresses or acts. What you're against is actually an entirely fabricated version of us. And I say it's fabricated because it makes us look bad. It's what exactly the people say themselves. So it's not fabricated at all. And I say, you can tell from the actual comment you made that you have no idea what trans people actually transition. I'm like, really? I have no idea when I see it, what they're doing, what they're saying. I'm sorry. So that, or what we think about ourselves, other than what you say. Post on YouTube and DeviantArt and everything, and I basically take that and show it, and basically, say this is because they're trying to live in a fantasy world. They are, here. But you can tell here that you have no intention of correcting those wrong ideas. Maybe if you listened for once, you'd find we are not actually evil demons sent from hell to come and trans your children and kill everything that is good. They're not, but they are messing around, doing things wrong in life. And I must help them. I got some sort of knockoff animated, story animated thing over here too. Interesting. Let's see here. Let's see, someone says she didn't want you to find out because she really cares about you. Oh, God, this is the kind of friendship I wish for. Find out about his real, actual biological sex. That's not because he cares. It's because he's freaking out over nothing. Stuff he should be freaking out over. He's thinking because he is basically his persona, his fantasy, the persona he made up for himself, that basically he wants to portray to the world, who's about to get destroyed. That he was going to basically have to live with the truth, and he's freaking out over the truth. No, not a good way to live. Let's continue on here. In fact, I wish I was a person to care about me that much. Hearts, like no. And someone says, "Hero Comics, no, it isn't. It's the truth." And like, unlike your big book of fiction, well, I say it's fiction. Ignore the fact that it's real. It doesn't give you the I have experienced it. You just got lucky. I say sometimes it isn't true. Sometimes that isn't true, will never be true, no matter how much you want it to be. He's a boy lying about being a girl, he doesn't even have to. What time I got? Got it. I got a little time. Go. See if someone says, Ace, what the heck? The Ace is good. The ATF is weird. And I say, I understand. Can I just change into guys? Says this girl wants to be a boy. And I say, I understand the controversy. A girl wants to be seen as a boy and cause problems for a school. Doesn't matter what you identify as. Your body is female, so you should change in the same room as all the other people whose bodies are female. And that's my screenshot because they keep trying to erase that stuff because they're like, the truth, get rid of it. So the Ben Shapiro meme at the end though. I wish I could use secrets from you stuff. All right, good to you. I said, then this person's like, that's not the truth. It's like, it's her truth. When your truth goes against the truth, it's a lie. So, maybe this will open your mind to the struggles of trans people experience. And so when your truth goes against the truth, it's a lie. Sorry. Let's see. Yep, so I see you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube DeviantArt. Continue on with this next stuff. My gosh, this is crazy. Mm-mm.